Welcome everyone to this Pokemon X and Y strategy guide for Goodra. Now, I bet you all are tired of getting put to sleep by sleep powder or spore, those annoying moves and whatnot. But you won't have to worry about those moves anymore. With Sap Sipper, those moves do not affect you. And Goodra is a really good counter to the Pokemon that use spore and sleep powder, such as Vivian and Breloom, because Goodra has moves that can be used against them, such as Sludge Bomb and Flamethrower, which are Sludge Bomb's super effective against Breloom, and Flamethrower is super effective against Breloom and Vivian. Also, being especially defensive, with that 150 special defense, Vivian can't touch Goodra one bit. But Breloom can, though. So you got to be careful when switching in on a Breloom with Goodra. But usually they just use Spore anyways on the first turn. So you really don't have to worry about getting hit. And then you can just, kill the Breloom unless they switch out or something. But whatnot. But anyways, I have two sets for you. The first one's the usual common set or whatever. Dragon Pulse, Sludge Bomb, Flamethrower, but the last move is never really seen on Goodra, counter, which you got to get that from a Scrafty. It's an egg move. What you do is you take a Mienshao and you breed it onto with a Mienshao with counter, you breed it onto a Scrafty, and then you take the Scrafty and breed it onto a Goodra or whatever. So that's how you get counter on there. And counter is very useful because Goodra's defense is not that good, so you're very weak to physical attackers, but with counter, you can easily kill one-hit KO them, even if, because they're going to probably do about half damage or more to you, so it's pretty much guaranteed one-hit KO if they're going to hit you with a physical attack. So you can easily kill them or whatnot. And sometimes Pokemon will use U-turn and they'll switch out into like a fairy type or something. And they'll still usually do a lot of damage, like for instance a Talonflame, Banded Talonflame would do a lot of damage with U-turn, or like Landorus using U-turn would do a lot of damage. And then if you use counter, then they switch on the fairy type and you pretty much kill that fairy type. Pretty much guaranteed to kill them. If not, they're going to be like 10% health, and then you just take them out with Sludge Bomb. Unless they're, Steel Fairy type, then you just use Flamethrower. But, yeah. Well, that's pretty much it for the specially offensive Goodra, except for the EVs. You're going to want to put max HP, max special attack, and then just put 4 in speed, because a lot of people do not put, like, a little bit of the last remaining EVs in speed. So if they're at base 80 speed, and they put like they're a bulky set, and they put like their last remaining EVs, like maybe in defense or special defense, you're gonna be able to outspeed them because you have 4 more EVs than they do. So you're gonna be able to outspeed them every time instead of getting that speed tie. That's why I put the last remaining in speed. But anyways, this is a physical set right here. This is a crazy set if you really want to go crazy with Sap Sipper. And also it makes better use out of Sap Sipper since you're going to get your attack boost from a grass move. So if you switch on a grass attack, then your physical attack is boosted by 50%, which is really, really useful. But you're going to want to have the wide lens on this Goodra, because the moves that you're going to be using, like Power Whip and Iron Tail, they don't have perfect accuracy. They're pretty inaccurate. So that wide lens is there for that reason, is you really cannot risk missing these moves. Like if a fairy type switches in, you need to hit them with that Iron Tail and kill them. And Power Whip is really good because usually Tyranitar's will switch in on you if they have them, thinking you're especially offensive Goodra, and you can kill them with that Power Whip pretty easily. Especially if you got that Sap Sipper boost, it's pretty much a guaranteed kill, unless there's some sort of really bulky set, which they're usually not. They're usually just offensive or whatnot. But anyways, you just go max HP, max attack. Really not much difference in the other set, just you're putting it in physical attack. Go with that adamant nature. Get the most out of your physical attack. And then of course, like I said before, put the remaining in speed. And also I almost forgot, for the special offense of Goodra, of course you want to go with that modest nature. And then have the expert belt, because you're not going to do at least 50% to most fairy Pokemon unless you have that expert belt, and if they use Wish or whatever, then you're going to be in trouble. Also, if you want to get extra damage, you could just get the Sludge Wave instead of Sludge Bomb, but I like Sludge Bomb because sometimes annoying Pokemon decide to come in to try to stall you out or something, and you may want to get the poison on them. So Sludge Bomb is good for that. Sludge Wave is only 10%. Sludge Bomb is 30%, which is pretty high, so it'll take maybe about 3 or 4 moves to get a poison on them. You may get it on the first try, it doesn't matter. But, well, I guess that's pretty much it for Goodra. But yeah, like I said before, he's really good to switch in on Spore or Sleep Powder. If you're really tired of getting put to sleep and stuff, then I highly recommend you use Goodra with Sap Sipper, or any Sap Sipper Pokemon of that matter. But Goodra's a really good one to use. But that's pretty much it. So goodbye, everyone.